Woo! Yay!
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the FAE News Network. Fairy Princess Lolly will be joining us shortly. We have Count Morbid coming up, and Famous Dina, and Baron Gunther Holmram.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? You having a good day? Good week, good month, good year, good Tuesday.
I am having a wonderful day, and I am really sad to hear that everyone else's day is not as perky and happy as mine.
Well, that's not to say that it isn't. It's just to say that yours is extra perky and happy.
Mine is extra perky and happy.
No perky.
I got a bunch of leaves.
Count Morbid seems to be very excited about the perkiness of your day. You can tell.
No.
I was just thinking about how wonderful our trip to go see the lights was. That we took.
Yeah.
We got to encounter one of those night markets and see lots and lots and lots of people in the dark with lights. And
We almost sold Famous Dana to the Night Goblins.
No, we did not. But there was a whole horde of Mardi Gras people that wanted to have us go to their Mardi Gras ball.
Didn't they almost steal Count Morbid?
They did. They told me I could get on their
bus. Get on the bus. Get on the bus. Get on the bus.
Yes,
There's a
told me
song
would
that
be
does this
noticed.
or something.
yeah, they wanted to steal some of us, it seems.
Yep.
Yeah, they couldn't. They tried to steal me, then they realized I was too big, and I sat on him.
You wouldn't fit in the bus.
Yeah, I saw that too. The bus was kind of small.
It wasn't the mega bus, it was a little bus.
I think it still was a megabus.
I think that it was a bunch of individuals who were older in their lifetime, and they all were from the same place, and they all got together and dressed up and had lights, and they gave me a set of the Mardi Gras beads, and I gave them a light bracelet. I had fun.
Yeah,
They
we
weren't
were
old. I think they were my age.
They were your age. They were 400 years old then.
They may have been, actually. Some of them were a little more wrinkly than Count Morbid is.
That's because Count Morbid's the prettiest. Just ask him himself that.
Oh, just to give them a shout out, their Mardi Gras ball is the 22nd of February, and they have a Mardi Gras parade on the 25th. They gave me a happy little memoir.
It's
Memory?
a card. It's a bloody card.
It's a card.
It's not
It's
a
shiny,
memoir
and
or
it's
memo
It's
or
got
meme.
colors, and it's fancy, and well,
Macaroon. It's a macaroon.
I got the base. No, the macaroons are over there on the table.
You can make me start eating things.
Like food and stuff, right?
Right? Yeah.
I love food.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Okay,
cooking food.
Our audience brings up a point. It's ironic that we might have been kidnapped.
You're
Faithful.
saying
Well, it was in such a big city, and ooh, that's a pretty light candle light-ish.
There's a light on in Frankenstein Manor.
Fairy Princess Lolly, how are you?
I am very, very tired. How are you?
You
I
look
love
like-
your shirt.
You look like very Princess Lolly today.
Actually, I
colorful.
hate your shirt. I hate your shirt so much. So much color.
It's
so,
all
so
the
bad.
color.
Yay!
No.
That looks so cool like
No.
that. Oh, that is so cool.
She's very flowy today. Isn't she?
Yes, she is. I love that.
Count Morbid is now he's one upping me on the crown business.
Actually, it occurs to me I can.
I was so upset that I wasn't able to wear that when we went to the Light Festival because it was just too many things and it kept slipping. It was sadness. So hi everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. It has been a very trying week so far. I think for just about every single one of us right now in the FAE court all has something challenging with relations to the human world going on. So,
Mind you, I do have the most me reason ever for feeling tired.
the banality is taking its toll this week,
Macarons.
and if we all look a little tired, please excuse us. So,
Well,
but
I'm tired.
but we're
I'm
here.
tired for very non-banal reasons. I'm tired
That-
for very on-brand reasons.
Yes, and what is your on-brand reason for being tired, Count Morbid?
Because I worked at a haunted house over Valentine's Day weekend, screaming at couples.
Screaming at couples.
Well, no,
Romantic.
That's actually a effective
Like-
way for couples to celebrate their love.
Is this like reverse couples counseling? Like, what are you guys doing
Yes.
together? I don't even
Although,
understand the worst decision of your life. Why are you here?
yes,
You think this
well,
is some
I
place
did
for
mostly
dates?
hide in the dark and come out of nowhere reciting either Shakespeare or Concrete Blonde lyrics.
Not Shakespeare. Oh, how scary.
Give
Not
an
concrete
example.
blonde. That's scarier.
There's a
That-
crack in the mirror and a bloodstain on the bed.
Ooh.
I've got the ways and means to New Orleans, down by the river, where it's warm and green. Which apparently is really spooky when you say in a murder barn.
Wait. It's green. It's green in New Orleans?
Yes.
Down by the river, yes it is.
I thought it was all swampy. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's a place to be.
Did you think they didn't have like vegetation in New Orleans? Like say the swamp?
Does the swamp count as vegetation?
It's almost
It's
I'm
warm
still
and
confused.
green.
underwater.
It's gator country.
All the lyrics say is warm and green. It doesn't necessarily, and yes, moss and swamp is in fact vegetation.
Aren't alligators and crocodiles green too?
I mean, it depends. Sometimes they're brown.
Reptiles aren't warm, Dana.
It's alligators. In
Well,
New
damn
Orleans.
it, why not?
They're not
They're hatched.
cold-blooded, Dana. Because they're cold-blooded, because they're
Then
reptiles.
why are they there
So
if
they're
it's
not down by the
warm?
river warm and green. Reptiles are down by the river cold and green.
So I just want to remind all of our viewers at home, if you are watching from Ye Old Book of Faces, please make sure that you enable the StreamYard to be able go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and enable StreamYard to be able to see your name
That way
for
we can
us.
see
That
who
way
you are.
we can see who you are in the live chat. Otherwise, you just appear as Facebook user. So if you would
And
like
that
to be
is
identifiable, which would be very handy for you because tonight we do not have an artist interview on the agenda tonight. We have actually a magical item auction on the agenda. We were going through trunks as we were organizing for some stuff, and we found a few magical items that were held over from the Samhain Dumb Supper. And we are now going to be auctioning those off because we have some events coming up prior to Fairy Blossom. We have some more events coming up where they may come in handy and useful for all of you magically folks out there. So we will be able to, or we will need to be able to see your name in order for you to participate in the auction. So yes, I do apologize for being late. Are you raising your hand? You have a question, Gunther?
Yeah.
Yes, Gunther. What is your question?
One of the items I believe is not going to come in the form that is seen in tonight. It's going to get so it is more festive.
More festive. Well, I guess we will go ahead and find out when we get to that point. Yes.
Maybe if we
All
remember.
right. Hello, and yes, I see Poppy out there, and I see Joe out there, and hello, you guys. Thank you for joining us and watching. So,
Is it a Joe or a Dorian?
Joe Height.
Ah.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm not sure if it's the A or the I that's pronounced long in that. Okay. So let's get down to business, I guess.
To defeat
Defeat
the
the
Huns.
Huns.
Oh man, you know what I forgot to do?
Defeat the Huns?
No, I forgot to send myself all of my links for my weird news. So
Mm.
I may have.
Start sending her links, everybody.
Yeah, well, I had some that I had saved up, but maybe you could be on that for a minute, Gunther, while I go over the calendar of upcoming events.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Are they in the fairy princess's library that way? Or
What?
do you want me just to send you the ones I find?
Send them to Ye Old Book of Faces, please.
Yeah, got it. All right, whatever you want.
Well, where else would you send them?
I'm sending them from. Like, is there a place that you have yours stored at? I can get them for you.
Not anywhere close to you. There isn't.
Okay. Fair
So,
enough.
okay, February 29th to March 1st, we have the Bricks Cascade /AFOL. I don't actually know what AFOL stands for, but this is a calendar of geeky fantasy, fun, Ren Fairy, all festival events. So that is in Portland, Oregon, February 29th to March 1st. Also on February 29th in Centralia, Washington. So I guess that's not, is that this upcoming? No,
No,
next.
so the weekend after next.
The last weekend of the month. Yes,
AFO
February
is Legos. The
Lego?
Lego City stuff.
February 29th in Centralia, Washington is BrazerCon. I don't know what you're talking about, Lego stuff.
Oh, that's the bricks.
AFOL is Adult Fans of Legos.
Adult fans of Legos. Okay,
Legos are awesome.
that is in Portland, Oregon, and BrazerCon is in Centralia, Washington. So on March 12th, the 12th to the 15th, we have Vancouver. I knew I would get it pronounced
I'm
right.
going to Vancouver, man.
Vancouver in Vancouver, BC, and I am going to go with that's a furry con because it's Vancouver. So
Fur.
Yes.
F-U-R-O. Fur.
FUR, Vancouver, FUR. So we have March 12th to the 15th, also Emerald City Comic Con in the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. And on March 20th to the 22nd, we have Capital City Comic Con in Victoria, BC. March 21st is NanoCon in Longview, Washington. I've never
That's a really
been-
small con.
Nano.
It took me a minute. I was like, well, it probably is. It's in Longview. And then I was, wait a minute. Okay.
You need a shrink ray to get there.
A shrink ray. I actually kind of want to go to these ones, Centralia and Longview, because I didn't even know they existed until now. And it's not that far away. So I'm sort of curious as to, since we've been looking in those areas for a place to establish Dreamhaven, it might be interesting to
Go check them out.
Yeah, go see what kind of
Near Equinoxy.
yes. So
Tonight, Fairy News Network is brought to you by Ion the Leprechaun, constantly correcting Fairy Princess Lolly tonight.
March 26th to 29th, GameStorm Portland. GameStorm is a pretty traditional event there in Portland. That one's been going on for quite some time. So if
My
you're
brother
anywhere
goes there every year.
then you probably know where that's at. March 28th to the 29th also is Terminal City Tabletop Convention in Vancouver, BC. Man, Vancouver, BC has a lot going on for March. March 28th, 2020 is the Washington State Toy Show in Puyallup. That sounds fun. And then right now we have no March shenanigans for our FAE Productions planned, but in April, on April 11th, we do have the Beaster Market and Earth Day Glow Garden Party. So
Very exciting.
yes, the Beaster Market will be taking place during the day from 10 to 5, and items that you buy there will be automatically enchanted to become magical items at any FAE production events. So come and yes, wow, that pup is super interested in what I am saying. Hi, puppy.
His eyes is getting all.
So come and shop at the Beaster Market, because whatever you get there will then become enchanted for FAE Productions events, and the Glow Garden will be following right on the heels of that. for some fairy fun and neon fun there in the evening. So, that is April 11th. I'm sorry. That will be at the Dreyer Masonic Center in Tacoma. So that is our calendar of events.
Chock full of stuff.
Yeah, there is actually quite a lot going on for March. I suspect we'll have some shenanigans coming up. We have been invited to participate in some shenanigans at the end of the month at the AFK, but we may also have something else as well. It sort of depends because we've been really on the hunt to find a place to manifest Dreamhaven. So we've actually been looking for some time, and we just got done going off we were going to go see a beautiful piece of property. We thought we were going to go see it, and then on Saturday, and then
Somebody scooped it up.
yeah, right before our day came to go see it, they accepted some offer from another human out there who got to it before we did. But
Who was stabbed?
Sunday,
Stole our unicorns.
I know they stole our unicorns. It makes me upset. But hopefully we can find another unicorn property. Yes, let's see. So, so we went on Sunday to see kind of a secondary property that had also been on the list, and that one was I don't know. It was interesting, but the inside of it, so it looked so beautiful from the outside, right? It was this really nice place, and it had two ponds actually. There was a little koi pond, and then there was a bigger pond that were right out in front.
And a lake across the way.
Yeah, and there was a lake across the way, and there was a stream that kind of ran up in the woods a little bit that we sort of had to trek there to see it. But then there was even a guest house in back of the regular house, and there was an enclosed patio with a fire pit and all kinds of a wood stove was in the patio, and a fire pit was just outside of it in this gardening area, and it was all very nice. But inside, it was as if it was made for a hobbit, because when I stood up straight, and I'm 5'6", and when I stood up straight, I was able to literally touch the top of my head to the ceiling.
That's right. My lower back hit the ceiling.
Yeah, so Ion the Leprechaun is 6 feet, and
Not counting that.
Yeah, not counting the hat, and also 5'6", not counting the ground. So yeah, and Gunther, you are 6'9", and so that's a good foot over, 1 foot 3 inches over the ceiling height. That was just in one place. It wasn't all, but even still, I think that most of the ceiling places there, they couldn't have gone anywhere above 7 feet.
They were awkward.
Yeah, it was just, everything was so small on the inside. There were little crawl spaces. All of the rooms had these really low ceilings, and I don't know. It was super strange. It was like a Seven Dwarfs cottage. It really was.
So it was built for tinier fairies than you.
Yeah,
It was definitely the house of a pixie.
well, I'm telling you, it was. Now that I've said it out loud, I get this whole image of like Gregory Maguire's Mirror Mirror book, where he talks about the seven. It's a retelling of Snow White. But anyway, yes. So that was all very strange. We also discovered as well that it was too mountainous, because once we went up over kind of into the woods where the stream was, we just discovered that there was no way to have really some flat territory without utterly moving the earth entirely. And that didn't seem like it was going to be feasible. So that one was a no-go. And I'm currently in the process now of trying to schedule some viewings for this weekend, one in Castle Rock and one I was hoping was in Winlock, but I have seen as of today that it is now pending. It's pending, so maybe they are going to accept an offer. The Castle Rock one still seems to be open, though. I'm not sure. So we may find ourselves in Castle Rock on Sunday, which I kind of think is a cool name of a place. Where do you live? I live in Castle Rock. I think that sounds amazing.
And
Rock Castle sounds better.
Rock Castle sounds better.
Yeah. Come to the rock castle. Woo!
Do you know that this pup of yours has sort of glowing blue, possessed like laser dog eyes when she looks at the camera? It is a she, right?
Yes.
Yes.
She is a she.
Look.
Yeah, well,
Did you lift up her tail and look?
No, I just glanced over. I don't know what Dana's talking about.
I was gonna say, my goodness,
My God, man.
I just see Kel's like, you know,
She's had a very hard day.
look at her eyes. See, look at her. Look at they're
Like,
just.
I am that dog.
Oh yeah, super hard day. Oh my goodness, whatever.
Oh.
If that's the dog's definition of a hard day, can I please have one of those somewhere here in the near future? I'll just lay
Sunny
down
is joining us
on
tonight.
the-
Sunny
What?
is joining us tonight to discuss her art projects.
I want you to teach her to be like the bacon dog, right?
nothing
It's
smells
licking
like
me.
bacon.
It's licking me.
You know what I
They
did?
like
today?
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah. She's like bacon dog. I mean, except for she's not.
The dog that wants the food because the guy keeps taunting that poor animal.
Yes. So
Sounds exactly like something what would do.
it is about that time that we do our drawing for the evening before we get down to the auction business.
Oh, we got to draw stick figures again. Is that what it is?
No, a drawing like I'm spinning the wheel to draw the name for the winner of
Wheel of
Susan
Misfortune.
Schroder Arts. Susan Schroder of Susan Schroder Arts was our featured artist last week, and she offered for our giveaway a full color book that she has written called Circle the Sun. And so tonight is the night we do the drawing for that. And let me get my little screen share. It's a beautiful book. She wrote.
And she's going to do a personalized drawing inside the cover for whoever wins.
Wait, has something happened? Okay, that was awful strange. So let's see. Going to share screens.
You guys froze for a little bit.
No, you guys froze.
Yeah, you guys froze.
I kept
I
talking
mean,
because
let it go. Let it go. It doesn't matter anymore.
that's the wrong kind of froze.
That kind of works actually. Hello, Rose. Let it go. Let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. And that rhymes with door, because isn't that the next line or something? Turn away and slam the door. Isn't that how it goes?
I have no idea.
But he's like, but now I want to build a snowman. That song is magic.
It doesn't have to be a snowman.
Do you want to kill the Batman?
What?
What?
No. Besides, nobody kills the Batman. He's the Batman. All right, so here is our wheel of prizes, wheel of names. Turn, turn, turn. Spin, spin, spin. Tell us the person
Who will win?
who will win. Doo-doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
You guys can see that, right? I hit it. I know. I always like the little noise that it makes. It used to have this really annoying horn, though, when I first started using this. Yet,
Can we blow on it to win?
I mean, yes, but I really mostly think this spittle is just getting all over the screen. Okay, here we go. It's slow.
Zoom in. Zoom in.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I think that's going to be our winner.
Seems likely.
Oh, it still has the annoying horn, but the crowd popping up is super cool. That's new. Congratulations, Jenny Olson. You are the winner. And just so you guys know, if you are one of our Enchanted Patreon patrons, you get automatic entry every week, well, every other week into our drawings. And then, of course, you can also get your +1 drawing if you leave the comment on the live stream after the fact. But Jenny Olson, congratulations. You are the winner. And we'll be reaching out to you in order to get you get your prize claimed. So that then brings us, Dagnabbit, I don't have anything prepared and with me. I have to get up again really quick and run that way and get a thing.
What do you need me to go get?
Not you.
You're more important than me. Look at me. I just say, hey, look pretty.
No, I don't think you can get it for me, but I super appreciate that offer. So I shall be back just momentarily because we are about to get into tonight's live auction. So for the magical items. So let me go get the list really quickly of magical items so that I have it in front of me to read to you. I left it afar at the very important desk of official papers.
Oh, that place. That place takes up all the things. All the things disappear there and are found occasionally.
Right.
That's why
Quick
Gunther
impression
couldn't
of
get it.
a classic cartoon character. He's
Moose.
lucky with me pull a rabbit on my head. Oh, that trick never works.
Spider, Anywal, have you no brains at all? Can't you see? The wall is plastered. Or you just say stupid spider?
I can't tell which one of you is talking.
Not me this time.
I'm just trying to understand
I
how
was
you guys
looking at him going,
character.
wrong one?
I felt like being wacky.
Oh, I see.
You felt like being a moose for a little while?
Well, it is kind of Wacky Wednesday, so I guess that is. Ooh, fitting. There I go. There I go. Yes. All right. Now, here I am with the very important paper from the desk of very important and official papers. The very important desk of official papers.
It sounds like it should be shortened into letters. Very important desk of official papers. VIP.
The VidOp.
Yes. Or something like that.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
You
if
ate
you
food?
have what? Huh?
What did
Video.
Gunther put something in his mouth?
Gunther, don't put that in your mouth. I don't know what it is, but that is
Just noticed it.
rule number 15. Don't put that in your mouth.
She's watching it on the YouTube, so I can tell because there's a delay.
Let's see
I
here.
did this.
What is that? Is that a powdered donut? Where did you get that? I love powdered donuts. Why would you eat that in front of me? You're so mean and cruel.
I have a crumb donut.
You guys are not my friends.
I like food.
Duh.
Holes inside the donuts.
Oh.
Let's see. I can't believe you did that. Let's see. And
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Oh yes, this is a fun way to make Fairy Princess Lolly be quiet for a little bit.
Hold on. You
I see how it is.
make her quiet. You are sorely mistaken.
Where's my donut?
You get nothing, Count Morbid. You're not my friend.
I'm not even talking to you, princess.
You want a macaroon?
A cookie. You want a cookie?
I want the cookie.
You got all of those things there?
They were 50 cents.
Okay.
50 cents.
And you didn't tell me, though. That's the thing. You snuck them in. They're contraband.
Tell me when I've had a chance to, man.
Contraband sweets? Is that what we're talking
That's
about?
right.
Why is there dog hair on my bed?
Why is there dog hair on his bed?
Because there's a dog on your bed?
Because I am Princess Lolly and I like candy.
Then why are they contraband?
Because if I knew about them, why do I feel like I'm crooked tonight? I feel like I'm.
Because you have a lack of donuts.
It doesn't matter. Oh, We're all so exhausted right now. Okay, so here's how this works.
Very important paper.
Yes, if you've done this with us before, then you pretty much know how this works. All of the bids tonight are going to start at $5, and they will then go up from there. We do need to be able to see your name in the chat in order for you to bid. These are what? So Gunther has the items in hand, and he will be showing them to you. So I guess I need to make Gunther's screen the big one.
Ah,
Come on, Morbid. Oh,
All right, that was a funny grin.
horrible. What do I do? Okay, I'm trying, but I'm trying to get it to just like. Nope. Let's see. Let's try it. I can never remember which one of these little icons does the thing that I wanted to do.
Back to the thing you just did.
Hypothetically, I'm supposed to be able to make one person big while the other people, but it won't let me do that. It either makes him all big. Whatever.
So big.
That's where it's gonna be, because I can never figure out how to make him big with everybody else little on the screen or whatever. So here we go. Okay, we have 3 items for bid tonight. Now, these items are magical items that were held over from the Samhain Dumb Supper. So these will benefit you when you are at any of the FAE Productions shenanigans or events at Fairy Blossom Festival. These items will help you. So item number 1.
Number 1.
Yes, the Codex Arcadia. Item number 1, the Codex Arcadia. This magical book, please show us Gunther White, Vanna Gunther.
Vanna
Hammerhands. Yes, please show us Vanna Hammerhands. This magical book carries a library of ancient knowledge from the enchanted realms.
It also needs charged.
What?
So-
it needs to be charged?
Yeah, I got it open and it was showing a battery.
No. Is that? I thought
requires
that was just like a peel on so that it would show you what the screen looked like. With
it requires lightning.
it requires lightning.
It
Yeah.
actually was telling you that battery shape plus the lightning bolt equals something
This is-
special.
This is what I said may end up getting a cosmetic upgrade before it's sent.
We may or may not answer. Wait, say that again.
This is what I was saying, may get a cosmetic upgrade before we send.
A cosmetic upgrade before it may or may not get a cosmetic upgrade from the Fae before it is sent out to you via snail mail, which is how it will arrive to the person who purchases this magical item. Now, the starting bid is $5. If you would like to have the Codex Arcadia in your hot little hands for possession and use, then please just go ahead and type your name and the amount that you bid.
And
Starting
Rose might want to get her question in quick.
So just, I'm going to finish reading the description of this now. Thank you all for nodding around. This magical book carries within a library of ancient knowledge from the enchanted realms. Arcadia is said to be the home of the infamous Satyr Pan, one of the oldest of the Fae folk, where he lives in everlasting green meadows and lush forests. It's actually located, for really reals, in Greece. Arcadia is a very real place, and
The capital of Tripoli.
it's yes, the capital of Tripoli. So the mechanic for this is that you get a +1 D10 roll on all challenges that involve knowledge. So at future events, any challenges that involve knowledge, you get a +1 D10 roll in order to get your extra dross at the end. And the starting bids go at $5. $5. $5. I see people out there. Also, I should say, this is the item card that will come with your item so that it is bona fide.
I don't know what can see what you're showing.
Oh, because I'm not here. I'm sorry. Whoops. Let me fix it.
Oopsies.
She's fixing things. You don't have to see my ugly mug. Don't see. Look.
I'm such a retard. this. This is the item card. See, Fairy Market Magic item card. You get 10 uses of this item for $5. That is a pretty good price. And of course, all of these human leaves are going to go to help support these events. So can you show us one more time the Codex Arcadia, Gunther?
Yeah.
Just
Oops. Man.
Man,
Oh man.
Yes.
how are you this evening?
I don't know. That was a weird tone of voice. There it is. Codex Arcadia. This magical book carries within it a library. It's a Kindle, you guys. So, yes, a paperwhite. It looks like a paperwhite Kindle. What?
It's a magic Kindle.
It is a magic Kindle because it has special uses at FAE events in the Enchanted Realm.
Well, that and it's kind of glittery, whether you know it or not. But you can't really see it like that, but it is kind of glittery.
I don't know. It seems like this item may have to go into the Fairy Market online because I do not see any bids for it. Should I run the timer? Where's the timer? This is the timer. If we have no bids starting at $5, if we have no bids starting at $5 by the time the timer runs out, then I shall move on to the next item. So here's the timer. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh my gosh, Gunther, you got new goggles.
No, I've had these.
You've had those?
Yeah, he's had it for a minute.
The
He isn't wearing
lenses
them
are
very often
different.
now.
I haven't worn them. That's the thing. They were on my hat.
Oh.
Remember
Okay.
you know my crown hat?
Yes, so you were playing with your crown earlier.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. I just noticed the lenses were different, and I was like, ooh, pretty.
I like it.
Looking through them is its own adventure. It's sort of like a rainbow kaleidoscope. Yes.
She looked through it and goes, "How do you see through this?" I go, "I focus through one little triangle."
Well, since you're wearing your goggles more often now.
Yeah. Since I'm glowing blind, you could say that if you'd like.
I mean that seems excessive. Going blind seems excessive. pretty
Well,
pretty
it
sure.
seems excessive to you because you could still see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, literally everybody here, by that definition, is going blind. Morbid, Famous Dana, you, Ion.
And yet you're sitting there looking lovely without glasses.
But you say that I look
You
cute.
do look very lovely tonight. Sorry, Princess Lolly.
my fingers.
And colorful.
Okay, so timer has run out. Okay, I'm going on. This item, the Codex Arcadia, is going to go into the Fairy Market to be purchased.
Maybe if they use a super chat, they can go back and bid on it.
Well, I will go over them all again at the end. So if none of them get purchased, so quit breaking my things. Now, item number 2, dice of the Djinn. Let us see the dice of the Djinn. Here we go. Uh-oh.
I'm gone. They're back.
Sorry, Gunther. I keep pushing the wrong button. I'm so
She's just
sorry.
trying to get rid of me is all it is. She's like, I'm done with this guy.
No, I am not.
Don't dice of the Djinn. You all right? You can't.
Then Hammer Hand puts up dice of the Djinn.
Yes, dice. Oh, wait, you got to hold them a little bit more still and a little further away. They're super blurry. Oh my gosh. There we go. They are amazing and colorful.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So the dice of the Djinn. These.
Are exclusive.
Oh wait. Wow. I guess I sent that on accident. Whoops, my bad. Okay, item number 2, Dice of the Djinn. They are imbued with the mystical power of these fire elementals, whose skill and knowledge is boundless. They explode your potential for gains whenever used, meaning that if you use one of these dice in a roll, you get a 10 again.
That means if
Yes, if you roll, what 10 again means that if you roll a 10, you get to roll a second time. And
This number here pops up, it gets to explode, and you get to roll it again. If it pops up
yes,
again, you get to roll it again.
your gains explode and you get to roll again. Once again, the dice of the gin will start at $5 for the bidding. If you would like to bid, please just put your name and the amount you would like to bid into the comments. Do I have $5 for the dice of the gin, which give you the power of 10 again? 10 again.
Potential.
10 again sounds like a place.
It sounds
Like-
like an illness.
It could even. It sounds like it does.
I'm sorry, I have
Are we
that
gonna
10
start a
again.
ga- Are we going to start a gamer bar called 10 again?
Ooh.
10 again.
It's niche, but it could work.
I don't know. I mean, the AFK. I kind of like that though. 10 again. What about critical hit?
For the goals, yeah.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Yeah.
Yeah, nat 20.
Call it taco.
Crit fail.
Call it. See, look. Even Cobble the Dragonfly Fairy. See, when he types it like that, 10 again. It doesn't that look Irish?
It does.
It does look Irish. All right, I'm gonna start the timer. $5 for the 10 again dice. I will read the dice of the gin description one more time. It is imbued with the mystical power of fire elementals whose skill and knowledge is boundless. They explode your potential for gains, giving you a 10 again whenever they are used. You get to use these, of course, 10 uses for these as well. And we are looking for a minimum $5 bid. Right now, our Dice of the Gin and Codex Arcadia both could be yours for $5 each.
Or you can buy, instead of bidding it,
There
you can,
are no other bids. Yes.
isn't there a flat out you win prize number?
Actually, I kind of want to see Famous Dana do next time. She needs to. Maybe we should give black pom poms to Count Morbid.
So he could be our cheerleader.
I
Yes.
don't know if Count Over can hear right now.
No.
So then he can be.
Can be maracas instead of pom-poms.
Hey, sorry, put this slowly.
Yes.
Wasn't there a thing they could do for super chat that they could just automatically get?
Oh, yes. I was going to say if somebody wanted to bypass the auction part and get the buy now, then you can get a buy now on the Dice of the Gin for $10. You buy it now, and they are yours. But right now, the
There are
timer
no
is out, and there are no bids. So they too shall go into the fairy market on our Etsy store. Available for purchase. Yes. Okay.
Victor Quill.
Yes. So, which is a little bit sad because they probably will not all have the $5 minimum bid price. So this is the place to get them at the optimum rate. If you would
Now's
like
a good time.
Yep, now is a good time. And really, our first major place that these magical items can be used will be at the Glow Garden in April. So,
Beastie Market.
yes, and I believe that we are soon to be hearing an announcement from Sarah Nettle on that as well, which is exciting.
Carrie
Who
Dillian.
made Nettle Inmate? Who thought that
What?
was a good idea?
That was you.
Oh,
And actually, you weren't even sure if it was a good idea or not because you
There were-
had all of the healing potions.
You had all the
Yes.
potions.
Yeah,
There was
like
a lot
all
of
the
healing
healing
potions.
potions at once. You were very
I w-
coughy and sniffly, and
I was on so many healing potions that I lost my horns that night.
yes, indeed. In fact, I have your horns.
Uh-uh.
Uh-oh.
I have
Oh.
yours.
Oh, okay. Gunther has your horns.
I'm an
Oh,
expert
maybe
on
he's going to
horns.
hold them for ransom.
I'm an expert on horns, and these horns, personally, are kind of weak, man.
All right.
That's
Last
terrifying.
item, you guys. Last item for the auction is the Bifrost Crystal. Gunther, will you please show us the Bifrost Crystal? Yes, we're going to enlarge him so that you can see it. Ladies and gentlemen, this Bifrost Crystal chipped off of the Rainbow Bridge by the Jotun, which are Norse ice giants, for those of you who may not know, during a great battle. It fell to the earth, and it lends great valor to those who possess it. So if you have the Bifrost crystal, you get +1 D10 roll on all combat-based wins. So combat-based challenge wins, +1 D10 roll. You get to, yes.
What you
Double-
what you don't really see well is how colorful this thing is. It's more like a prismatic kind of.
Well, you have to hold it still so the camera can focus on it. And it is very prismatic. No, that's too far away now. A little closer, closer, closer. Is that creepy? Whoa, too close, too close, too close, too close.
Smash.
Rotate it. What you need to do is put something behind it, like put your hand behind it so that the camera quits trying to focus on your face. There you go. No. Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, you're doing terrible. You are doing terrible.
Keeping fired as the hammer hand.
Yeah, I think we're gonna fire you as Vanna Hammerhands because no, you need to hold it up with the thing behind it, close to the camera, so that it quits trying to focus on you. There.
Do you have something stationary for the background? Can you prop up a book and just leave the book still and dangle the necklace in front of it?
What makes you think I own any books?
That's a super fair question, Count Morbid. That's a little bit better, I suppose.
It has like a gold iridescent shimmer to it.
It's really a rainbow iridescent shimmer. The pictures of it are doing it more justice than his camera is doing it right now. So, but the Bifrost crystal gives you +1 D10 roll on all combat-based wins. So if you are going to be in the Nerf battles, if you're going to be in the Nerf battles, if you're going to be in the Boffer battles, if you're going to be in any kind of the combat battles at Fairy Blossom Festival, this will get you extra coin for your efforts.
Seems pretty valuable to me.
And of course, extra coin will be spendable at the various markets and at all of the barter baskets and a bunch of different places. So $5 minimum bid. Timer starting now. If you would like to get the Bifrost crystal before it goes into the fairy market, where it will be listed at its full price, then bid that $5 right now, and let's get that in. $5? Do I hear $5? Anybody? $5? I see there are 7 of you out there right now watching. One of you, surely. 6. I scared them away. Yes, you get 10 uses, actually, of the Bifrost crystals. So just think, that's a lot of coin.
That's a whole mess.
It is. That's probably worth at least 50 extra coin. So all things considered, your time is running out. You have, how long did we say this timer was? 30 seconds?
It's about a minute.
A minute?
And a half.
You have 30 seconds left. $5 for show us that Bifrost crystal again, Gunther. One more time. Try hard. Hold still. The camera can't focus on. We're not trying to hypnotize us.
Silly
and
troll.
put your hand behind your other hand behind the. There you go. But you have to hold it still. So rest it against your hand so it's not wiggling. There.
Silly troll tricks are for kids.
There you go. There you go. That's a little better. You can see this is beautiful. And this was handmade, actually. Do you know who handmade this one, Gunther?
Dana?
Cara Delian.
Kira made this. Oh,
Kayla.
I didn't know she had jewelry making capabilities. Learn something new about the angry elf every day.
Yes, indeed. She actually had a lot of fun at one of the events learning how to use the wire to hold such an important crystal in place that she felt very proud of it and decided that, this should be one of those items that is auctioned.
A magical item. Okay. Oh.
Elves aren't just for making cookies.
Yep.
Also, I think it's very important that the angry elf can't retest on physical challenges.
It's very important that the angry elf cannot retest on physical challenges. Yes.
Keep this out of the angry elf's hands.
It's actually, I believe she prefers archery.
Or knives.
She does
She
seem
does
like
like
she is very good at archery. So, but okay, I'm very sad. No takers on any of our magical items tonight. I'm very sad. Okay, magical items though will be at the Fairy Market. Let me see if I even have a little banner for the link to the Fairy Market, if anybody is interested. Yes. So the Fairy Market is online, and of course, you can get things for our events, including tickets, straight from there. And also, if you are one of our enchanted Patreon peoples, you can also use your dross to gain discounts in the Fairy Market as well. So
A notable benefit.
it is indeed a notable benefit. So let me see. I'm just going to put the link to the Fairy Market right here. And there we go. Okay. So what am I looking for? Do I want this to go away? Yes. Okay. There we go. Yay. Okay. Did you manage to send me last thing on our agenda tonight, which is rather short because all of us have had a very trying week so far in the human realm. So did you get the news, Gunther? Did you get our Wacky Wednesday news?
It's on the Book of Faces for you.
I am looking at the Book of Faces now. I would like to use this instead. But as usual, my thing is taking forever. What?
Is that your yip yip?
My yip yip?
Famous Dana, you're muted.
Oh, she is muted. I can't hear her at all.
Sorry. Yes, it is the bag I'm working on.
The back.
Hey, what is this bag that you're working on? Show us. Hold it close. Show us what you're doing.
How do bags?
I'm going to make a big. Oh.
It will have more
Crochet
tentacles. It is crochet, yes. It'll have more tentacles all the way around, but it's getting really, really deep and really tall, and it still has an inch and a half more to go. Like, it's supposed to be that tall.
Does it sting?
What kind of bag is that?
Sting?
Looks like a jellyfish.
Oh.
It's supposed to
Is
be
it
one
a
of those.
jellyfish?
It's supposed to be one of those yip yip alien bags.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yes,
Now
because I've had some people who were interested in these little alien figures and thus wanted the bags that resemble them.
I see. And is it like a purse then? Is that what it is? Or
well, the mouth is open on the one side, or will be when the rest of the head gets made. But it's supposed to be help crafting organization and hold more yarn and things like that. Just
so even though it's a bag, it's not like a purse. It's more like a craft organizer or some kind of item, a closet organizer. That's something that Count Morbid needs.
Wait, are you crafting something to hold more craft supplies?
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
The meta craft container, the craft container.
Yes,
it's the insurrection of craft.
I win all the crafty wins.
Craftception.
Craftception.
That should be everyone's crafter room is craftception.
All right, I'm trying to get there. I'm trying, Gunther, but it is also slow over here on my end. I'm working.
Would you like? Well, I can't do it.
I wish I had not run out of time to do this. It's very frustrating.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I mean, it's just.
It's all my fault.
What time was today? Okay, what is
Does everybody know about this fun cookbook you got?
Yes, we went over that in, I don't know, some unboxing live stream.
The cookbook.
I sort of have an addiction to doing the unboxing streams. I love to show the things and talk about them, and I don't know. So
Did you ever see Pandora's unboxing video?
Oh no.
Like it exists. There's a thing. Somebody did a Pandora's unboxing video.
And what is Pandora's unboxing? Do I want to know?
You know, Pandora, who opened the box that released all the evil into the world?
Oh my goodness. Some of these, what the heck? I'm looking at some of these article titles. Okay.
Very good pun, Morbid. Very good pun.
No. I'm not making a pun. Somebody made a video as Pandora unboxing all the evils of the world. It exists. Somebody made this video.
So what is one of the evils of the world?
I would assume the internet.
Internet trolls.
It might be color.
Yay,
Despair.
color. Okay. So we are I'm beginning to look now. We've got the vampire couple launch an event planning business to throw weird weddings. The blood-sucking vampire couple who threw themselves a $120,000 goth wedding launched their own event planning business to help others throw weird and wacky ceremonies.
Look
I'll
how
actually-
interesting Tom Walker is. He's like super excited.
I'll actually listen when the princess talks about this one.
Oh no, we're not.
It's very appropriate for Valentine's Day.
No, it is. Wait, what?
It's about special weddings.
I guess it's sort of, but they're all gothy and creepy. Adam's Family like. Let's see.
Morbid
I
like.
don't get where you're going with this.
Oh, what is it? Okay, this is the one that I want to see right here. What is? Come on, load. I super want to read this. Here we go. BC Park, as in British Columbia. British Columbia Park Reserve seeks poop fairies for wolf conservation project.
I'm sorry, what now?
I'm afraid to ask what a poop fairy is.
So, a British Conservation Park Reserve seeks poop fairies for wolf conservation project. Now, I have a guess as to what a poop fairy is because we have on the Fairy Blossom website a little picture that says the poop fairy does not work here, and that if you bring your own pet and it poops it, you scoops it. So maybe
I have a really, really awful idea, which is to have some kind of basically ask, like, say, one of the FAE groups to for people to draw what they think a poop fairy looks like.
That's awesome.
That would be a great contest.
I'm gonna take volunteers to clean up,
Or a crappy one.
to be the poop fairy at Fairy Blossom.
or a crappy one. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So now that I can see all of our article titles, so it seems like Vampire Wedding. If you are out there watching with us and you would like to hear about the Vampire Wedding, type number 1. If you would like to hear about the poop fairies, type number 2. Vampire Wedding for number 1 for Vampire Wedding, number 2 for poop fairies. So, yes, 1 for Vampire Wedding, 2 for poop fairies. Oh, we have a vote for number 1. We have a vote for the Vampire Wedding. Okay, here we go. Starting the timer. Yes, by the time the timer runs out, whichever one of these articles has the most votes is the one we'll be going with. Number 1 for Vampire Wedding and number 2 for poop fairies. Just type that number right into your screen. You know you want to do it.
Right there, right
Yes,
there.
but apparently with sound effects, because that's how Ion does it. It's like, no, you cannot throw gang signs.
Why does it sound like he's cocking a Glock when he's typing this stuff in?
Great. So now we have 2 votes for number 1 and 2 votes for number 2. Uh-oh.
It's funny because it's number 2.
Wait a minute. Did you make the poop story number 2?
Yes.
Well,
So my typewriter vote is 2.
Oh no. Well, I don't see it. I don't see it there. So if I don't see it there, he's trying to get on his magic mirrors so that he can go put in a vote for number 2. Then we'll have 3 votes for number 2. I don't know. I mean, what kind of a slogan is that, right? I vote for number 2. Just no good can come of any of this. I don't know. What? Oh man. See, I wanted to hear about vampire weddings, so I was on the one side of the fence.
Well, once
Why
we
don't you
hear
just put
about
them
the
in
poop fairies, we'll feel lighter.
Gross.
Man,
Okay,
she
that is enough
just
out of all of
totally
you. I'm
dropped that
reading about
douche.
poop fairies. No, what?
I said she just totally dropped that douche.
by the way, poop fairies and wolves sounds like a cross-venue penance campout.
I'm just saying that we should not even be making
Garou?
poop jokes without Adria the juggler here. That's what I'm trying to say.
She
No,
was
I
full of
walk.
them,
I'm
doesn't
out.
You can't be out, Count Morbid.
Hey,
You're the one who
So-
likes the poop.
Okay, here we go.
I know, but there's this button that would disconnect me from the chat. So yes.
The BC Park Reserve seeks poop fairies for wolf conservation project. The term dirty job doesn't quite do this one justice. Yee. The Pacific Rim National Park Reserve is hoping to transform some of the West Coast's least squeamish locals into poop fairies to help monitor wolves on the West Coast.
Oh my God.
I like this next sentence. Each valiant poop fairy will be taught tracking techniques as well as to identify wolf, scat, and differentiate it from other predator species as part of the uniquely hands-on citizen science project, according to Todd Windle, a resource management officer with the Park Reserve. Gross. And, and I mean, how do you talk about that to people? I'm a poop expert.
Well, but
I mean, yeah.
it's research.
For science, yes.
Yeah,
All
for
I can
science.
see is in my head
You're
this
saving grad
Jurassic
students.
pile of poop and like the 2 hands going in.
They're just wolves. They're not that much poop.
Well, no, but that's what comes to my mind. So it is a great way to get outside and learn more about natural history while contributing to coexistence with wolves and a larger understanding collectively, Windle told the Westerly News. It's a pretty cool way to get involved in conservation in your area. Only if you get wings. And what do poop fairy wings even look like?
Well, that's just something
Well,
more-
first off,
You got-
I can totally see one of us showing up for the job interview wearing wings, and they'd just be like, "What is wrong with you?"
No,
I'm
they'd
a
be
poop
totally
fairy,
like,
David
you're
Bell.
hired.
Oh my gosh. The
I
poop
really
fairies
think that
Do you
by calling it poop fairies, that you're drawing more attention to it, and therefore more people are going to look at the job requirements, and therefore you have a better chance of having people who want to follow wolves around and stare at their scat.
You made it weird.
That actually seems like it makes some amount of sense. The Poop
I
Fairy
mean-
program is part of the Park Reserve's ongoing multi-year Wild About Wolves project designed to increase coexistence and decrease conflicts between humans and wolves, both inside and outside the Park Reserve's borders. We're working across boundaries just like wolves do, he said. Interested poop fairies must be able to commit at least one poo hunt per month for 1 year, and they cautioned volunteers not to expect gold mines each time they search. Oh, well, that's actually something of a relief, because I don't know if I want to find the gold mine of wolf poo. We'd probably be lucky for the average volunteer to pick up 1 or 2 in a month realistically. Once you kind of start looking and get a little bit more of a trained eye, you can detect them a little bit more obviously. But it's not something that's going to be a huge volume, that's for sure. I think they're going about it all wrong, actually.
I think this is an elaborate practical joke by werewolves.
I'm imagining the wolves talking to each other. Hey, Moondrinker, what are they doing back there?
So I think that really, instead of having people use their eyes, what they need to do is just put like big clown shoes on them and just let them walk. Because everybody knows that if there is a pile of poop that is out there somewhere, you will step in it when you go walking.
But they only want to get wolf poop. They don't want poop of other predators.
So I bet there's some werewolf out there with some name like Bites or Nails or something that thinks this is hilarious. That there's some werewolf who came up with this as a joke.
Karen Bites Her Nails.
Yep. Not Karen. No, yeah, but yeah, like Bites or Nails, or I'm trying to remember other werewolf names.
Slippery when wet. Sorry, what that means.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I remember a werewolf who looked kind of like Dorian, but I can't remember their name.
Eats their crayons.
Eats their crayons. Razor.
I had a friend of mine.
Again, this seems like a werewolf practical joke to me.
I had a friend of mine named Krista, and she used to have a werewolf that slept in her garage named Sleeps in Boxes.
Well, poop.
Sleeps in boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeps in boxes.
Can I have fox and soxes?
I think that's a kitsune.
Okay, let's see.
That's a werewolf.
That's it. That's what I want. I want to have a pet kitsune named Fox and Soxes.
Yeah. You should have
This is a job for me.
DTF, down to Fox.
down to Fox.
Let's see. Anyone familiar with walking a dog will be pleasantly surprised by what they pick up.
I would be surprised.
Will they?
I feel really dubious about that claim. Ryan. I'm sorry.
I think it explains in the next sentence.
Let's see. Wild carnivore scat is actually less smelly and less disgusting than processed dog food for sure, he said. But it's still poop.
Did anyone else have to dissect owl pellets when they were in school? I mean, of course, owl pellets, I think,
were pretty interesting.
Yeah, owl pellets, I think, are regurgitation rather than poop, if I recall.
Well, sort of. I've actually gone owl pellet hunting with a friend of mine. They have on their property, they have owls that live in these huge trees that they've got. And so there's owl pellets all scattered around in their woods. And she was telling me that what owl pellets are is that when the owl, say, eats like a field mouse, for example, then its stomach processes all of the useful things off of that. And then what the owl regurgitates are like the bones and little, bones and little furry pieces and whatnot that can't really be digested in a useful way by the owl's stomach. And then that is what an owl pellet is.
Don't snakes do that too?
No, I think they consume the whole thing and just wait for weeks and months until it's all gone.
Some supermodels. Okay.
I mean, if you're made out of plastic.
Oh, that was a terrible joke, Count Morbid. It took me a second. I was thinking, wow, supermodels regurgitate owl pellets? What? And
So there was this,
but then it came together.
there was this show on television in England that I really liked called Inside Nature's Giants, where they dissected large predators that died of natural causes, and out of a python they pulled a whole deer.
Wait, they did what?
When they dissected a python that was 24 feet long,
A whole deer?
there was a whole deer still in its stomach.
No. How is that even possible?
I mean, it was crushed.
Their jaws open really wide because they like.
But there's got to still somehow be a limit to. So I guess pythons are the red caps of the animal kingdom. I don't know. They just, open their jaw and it all. Just opened her throat and in walked the goat. Swallow the goat to catch the dog. Okay, so he said if the wolf poop collected, he said the wolf poop collected will be sent to a lab where it will be mined for a myriad of valuable information like diet, kinship, and health. You can actually get a lot of information from scat. He said poop fairies will be trained to use GPS devices to map out where wolf feces are being found, and DNA will be compared to find out how wolves within packs are related to each other, as well as neighboring packs.
So,
And on and on and on about all of the good things about finding wolf poop. And I think we're done with this.
I think it'd be hilarious if they didn't really call it the poop fairy, but as opposed called it the scat man.
It's called it what?
The scat man.
Scatman?
Oh, Scatman, as in collecting the scat.
Oh, because I didn't get that. I do not get your joke.
You don't know the scat man?
No? I don't.
He's a tracker.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I've never heard of this person. Okay, here we go. So this time we're gonna do the vampire one, and then we'll move on to.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.
You don't know the scat man.
No,
Dip-a-dip-a-dip-dip-dip-dip.
no, and I cannot say no any more times and have it somehow be more no. The answer is still no. I do not know who you're talking about.
That guy just told you he was a scat man.
Shut up. Okay.
Moving on to vampire lovers.
Yes, moving on to vampire lovers.
It's like some song. Vampire lovers.
The Valangoths.
the place to be, New Orleans.
Went down by the river where it's warm and green.
Yes.
The people
Where a
putting on bloody
vampire
weddings.
couple lodge a company. They're gonna have events.
Bloody weddings.
Bloody wedding. Yeah.
Weddings, I love weddings. Drinks all around.
Okay. Here we go. Blood-sucking vampire couple who threw themselves a $120,000 goth wedding launched their own event planning business to help others throw weird and wacky ceremonies.
Their eventual goal is to be able to pay for their own wedding.
Yeah.
Or pay
Also,
off.
it's like a student loan, except for marital status.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this annoying thing in the corner? Go away.
And his name is Logan.
Logan and Daily South, both 32, have carved out a niche with their unique event planning business in Austin, Texas. Their business is split between Dead South, which specializes in goth and vampire elements, and South Weddings and Events, which is more traditional. The two vampires met in 2010 and started their polyamorous relationship in 2012, quickly becoming somewhat of a vampire power couple in Austin. Logan, who drinks blood from willing donors once a month, wore fangs when he married Daly in a $120 ceremony complete with a Dracula cake in 2016.
Did you say $120 ceremony?
$120,000 ceremony.
Okay.
That's a lot more leaves than that.
It is a lot more leaves than $120. The couple recently threw a wedding for their friend and fellow vampire Roxanne and her partner Ian, and Logan officiated the ceremony. A vampire power couple have sunk their fangs into a new event planning business that specializes in outside the coffin, is what it should have said. Outside the box celebrations after throwing their own over-the-top goth wedding nearly 4 years ago. Logan and Daily South, who previously received media attention for their polyamorous vampire lifestyle, have carved out a niche with their unique Austin, Texas-based business. No request is too weird for us. Anything that's different from the norm is our specialty. Anybody who wants a little extra oomph, we're the people to talk to, Daily 32 told Barcroft Studios.
They seem nice.
Well,
I mean,
at least she's pretty.
They're having a good time.
I mean, they do look like they're having a good time, I guess. Let's see. Love Bites.
Oh,
you know that was the name of my vampire haunted house weekend, right?
Look, no,
Love Bites, yes.
that's a movie with Jim Carrey.
I did not know that. Okay, so here we go.
It's love at first bite.
Love at first bite.
Yeah, I remember that.
We tend to work a lot with the alternative scene and the goth community, and we do everything from bachelorette parties and bridal showers to the couples walking down the aisle. A wedding is the most important day of our couples' lives, so when the stakes are so high, it's really important.
That was a groan in pain.
It's really important you don't crumble under pressure. Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding,
a
ding,
vampire
ding.
thing. When steak and they turn and crumble to dust.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. They've
Wow.
already
Did
thrown.
you just vamp-splain?
I think he did, actually. I think he did. He's supposed to be our human expert, not our vampire expert. I don't know what's going on. So
Sounds like
they've
he's a bad
already.
dad joke expert.
What?
Sounds like he's our bad dad joke expert.
Also that. But I always laugh at the bad dad jokes anyway.
They're fine.
I don't know why.
Those are all the kids I have.
I remember when I came and visited, we just shared puns back and forth. It was awesome.
That was all you did the whole time.
Yeah.
Just-
Yep, Ayana and I shared a bunch of puns and giggled at each other's jokes. And you guys were like staring at us like, what is wrong with you guys?
I get stared at like that most of the time normally, so it was very nice for it to be on the other foot.
That's why you have two.
Why was Dana standing on your foot?
The punishment.
Because it's that big.
That makes any sense. No. Okay. They've already thrown a nerd-themed wedding with a Star Wars cake, a Miami blowout featuring a giant dancing robot, and a goth wedding in a Las Vegas penthouse. Daly, who is also a model and practicing witch, studied event planning at college. She graduated in 2012 and started her relationship with Logan that same year. Logan himself was already throwing goth and vampire-themed events in Austin, so his and Daly's combined skills made the perfect foundation for their now thriving events business.
It's a beautiful love story, better than Twilight.
Yeah, well,
Where's Blade when you need him?
Busy.
We kind of teamed up with our efforts and started doing club events and things like that. And pretty soon people were coming to us saying, oh, what kind of events do you do? Can you do weddings? Daly said. I was like, well, we haven't really combined the two worlds yet, but yeah, I'd be totally down for that. The business itself is split between Dead South, which specializes in goth and vampire elements, and South Weddings and Events, which focuses on more traditional event planning. Daly and I are definitely the perfect pair. She is the meticulous, nearly neurotic one who makes sure every single detail is taken care of and will leave no stone unturned, Logan, 32, said. I am the calm, logical one who maybe at times can be a... Isn't maybe supposed to be one word? Who maybe at times can be a little too relaxed. But the energies between the two of us come together and we're unstoppable. No one has seen weddings or events quite like, oh my gosh, stop doing the way we do them.
That must be the Ian and the...
Yes, Logan officiated Roxanne and Ian's wedding, which was held at the Austin's historic Neil Cochran House Museum.
Screw that. I want to see the Star Wars one.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, screw that. I want to see the Star Wars one.
Oh, the Star Wars wedding. That would be kind of cool.
nerds.
Logan who also
Nerd
runs.
fantastic.
Oh, sorry. Logan,
I was going to say, I
who
give her
also
much
runs a
tribute. Like before.
vampire fang making company and has a girlfriend named Mari, is particularly passionate about the more adult-themed events he has the pleasure of planning. I specialize in the bachelor party, he said. You give me the ability to throw a debaucherous event, you're going to get your money's worth every time.
Wow.
Woo!
He sounds like a douche baguette.
The couple's differing approaches to planning have caused moments of friction, but they maintain that they make the perfect team. There's always going to be a tense moment when you do what we do, but at the end of the day, there's no bad blood.
Oh my Lord.
They're so terrible. These are really terrible. Throwing lavish celebrations as a couple is a natural evolution for Logan and Daly, who both had their own vampiric awakening at the age of 15.
These pre-awakening pictures.
I think these are their pre-awakening pictures, yes.
Okay, I'll just say he looks like he was a football player, and she looks like she was caught with her dad's webcam.
Gunther! Oh my gosh.
Did you get another jelly donut?
Inappropriate. Having an awakening was like a switch flipped on, said Logan. Suddenly, there was this change in my perception of the world. I wasn't looking at the world through mundane eyes. Suddenly, there was this almost predatory instinct for the world around me. The way I was looking at people, I was sizing them up. It was like I was hunting and hiding at the same time. Then I started to feel an increase in certain physical abilities, particularly my senses. They were completely heightened to a ridiculous degree, and still are, which is great. I love that. Logan, who now drinks blood from willing donors once a month, had a different experience to that of his wife, who said her awakening came with a sense of emptiness.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. Inappropriate.
I'm pretty sure that those are her real ears.
Yeah, it looks like she had a full job.
It's not hard to modify.
I started realizing that I needed an outside source of human energy to stay healthy, she explained. It was when I started feeling that emptiness, that the thirst that I really, emptiness and that thirst that I really started understanding. In fact, Daly recalls sitting in class during high school and feeling an overwhelming sense of thirst that she couldn't quench no matter how much water she drank. I just needed water and I was drinking it and nothing was happening. So one of my friends was like, let's just try this, drinking blood, and see if it helps. We went and found one of my friends, one of my donors, and that was the first time I tried blood right there in my high school hallway. The thirst was immediately gone. Logan added, I don't recommend that method for the record.
Yeah, someone will get in trouble at the high school for that.
Whoa.
It looks like they're going.
These pictures might get racier.
I'm worried about that actually a little bit. Should I keep reading or should we go to the next one?
I would vote for the next one.
Go to the next one, even though we might want to stay.
I'm so curious by this article, but I do feel those are.
Welcome to FAE Productions After Dark.
It does feel a little bit like that, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna move on because I feel like that was getting racier than I wanted it to be.
As Ember said, inappropriate and accurate.
Inappropriate and accurate. All right, so let us look at. We have ice volcano, weather and waves that created this weird phenomenon. We have 5 places where you're most likely to spot fairies in Ireland. We did this one, the BC Park. Yeah, the poop fairies, we did that one. Let's see. What's this one? The magical Canadian island that's straight out of a fairy tale. And...
I added one.
Is it
oh, you did?
phlebotomy or something like that?
Nope.
What?
I added one. I sent one just a few minutes ago.
Okay, I guess I can't.
You can't do that one.
I can't do this one because it's behind a blocker. So, what is this? Let me get really quick to the old Book of Faces and see where the link is here. La, 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 la. Anytime now. Anytime. Yes. Wait, what's this? Oregon is hosting something?
I tried to send a link to the messenger chat earlier that was basically about a local cryptid sighting and a beer that they made.
I think you sent that to
over
me
it.
on accident. Hang on.
Also, I can't hear Gunther for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
It's probably because you don't listen to him when he talks.
He said he thinks you sent it to him accidentally.
Well, no, and then I sent it to Faye.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Oregon is hosting a 4-day event to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Goonies. Ooh. Okay, so we have Goonies, Ice Volcano, let's see. Goonies or Whimsical.
No.
Let's do this one. Magical Canadian Island.
All right.
Goonies or the Magical Canadian Island. I think that's what we should choose between. Unless, did you find the other article, Gunther?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll send it to you. Hang on.
Okay.
So we're gonna make Goonies one.
Well, what is it?
It's a cryptid one. It is. Hang on. Inspired beer label. Are you kidding me?
I saw that, but I didn't realize that's what you wanted to use it for. I know what you're talking about. It was the leprechaun inspired labels on well, I don't know. Was it beer? Is that what you said?
Well, yes. I mean, it's a local beer, but apparently it's based on a cryptid sighting of a leprechaun. And why else would I be sending news articles to the group?
To share. I mean, they said that someone sent one about a place that was for sale really cheap that would be a great property if to host events and haunts on. I mean,
wait, somebody sent that? Somebody sent us a property?
In Indiana.
Wait,
Indiana?
What does that have? Wait, what on earth does that have to do with sharing a link to our?
Because it was shared there. It was shared to the group Faces thing.
Was it a news article?
Sort of. I think so.
No.
How do I do this? What do I do to fix this?
I don't see how those things are anything alike.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it did say that it was an abandoned Indiana asylum that was for sale. So it might not be high priority to look at,
That's a mansion.
It looks like a mansion. It's got pretty pictures, but I'm not sure that those of us who are a little, less inclined to scary things would enjoy hosting.
An asylum?
Oh, the one where you're talking about that huge mansion that is for sale for like $350,000 or something. Because
it's only 200.
It's $200,000. It's an asylum in Indiana.
It's a little far to move. Okay, now Morbid has to go look, right? We're talking about sharing things to the group.
Okay, I actually kind of want to read about this leprechaun.
Leprechaun beer.
Yes, the leprechaun beer one. Leprechaun. So what were we looking at? Leprechaun beer. How about this? Leprechaun beer.
Is that one?
Magical Canadian Island and
Goonies?
the Goonies.
So one
Okay.
will be the leprechaun.
Yes, 3 to choose between. Number 1 is Leprechaun Beer. Number 2 is Goonies. And number 3 is Magical Canadian Island. Which one shall we read about first? Leprechaun Beer, Goonies, or Magical Canadian Island? Put the number into the comments.
1, 2, or 3.
Yes, and whoever has the most votes by the time the timer runs out is the one that we will read first. So number 1 for Magical Leprechaun. No, wait. Number 1 for Leprechaun Beer. Number 2 for Goonies. And number 3 for Magical Canadian Island. And I would live in that awesome Indiana mansion. I don't even care.
Are you still convinced? Aren't you?
Massachusetts or New Hampshire or something.
Aren't you still convinced
Same
that
thing.
it doesn't exist?
What?
Aren't you still
It's all the
convinced
same thing.
that it doesn't
Same
exist?
state.
No. I feel like we do that so much. It's so meaningless. Okay, 1 for Leprechaun Beer, 2 for Goonies, and 3 for. So we have 1 vote for 1 and 1 vote for 2. And you know what, Count Morbid, you're gonna lose. The square root of 2 is 1. Is
It's
it?
actually like 1.2.
No, so 1 times 1 is 1.
Right.
The square root of there is no square root of 2.
There is 2.
There it is. It's not a number you can say except by saying the square root of 2.
It's special.
Times up.
It gets an I.
It's between 1 and 2, if that helps.
It's
No, it
1.23.
doesn't help. It doesn't help. And so we have okay. So Count Morbid, since you are here with us, your vote counts slightly less, and we are going to go with the Spy Master's vote first, which was for the Goonies. So
It's because the Spy Master is prettier than me.
but Count Morbid, we've all agreed already that you are the prettiest.
Well, no, I mean, obviously I'm the prettiest of everyone here, but the Spy Master isn't here.
So you're going to give away title of the prettiest to the Spy Master?
Well, no, because they're not seen as much. Because they're sneaky.
Well,
The Spy Master is taller.
that's true. Spy Master is definitely taller. Here we go. Oregon is hosting a 4-day event to celebrate the 35th anniversary of The Goonies, which The Goonies is one of the strips. I have the piece of music off the back of the Goonies map, the prop replica, and I need to try to play that piece of music and see what it sounds like.
Goonies never die.
Goonies never die. Okay. Are you a super fan of one of the most beloved films of the 80s? The Goonies is celebrating its 35th anniversary, and Oregon Film and Travel Oregon are throwing a 4-day event in its honor. The event will be held in Astoria. Ooh, Astoria. I like that place. The setting of the movie, which holds an annual Goonies Day. But wait a minute.
There's an annual Goonies Day.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. That's like
I'm sorry, y'all didn't know that?
I knew that.
I didn't know that. No.
I had no
And that
idea.
sounds really amazing. When is it? Okay, wait. So, but because of the special anniversary, this year's will be extra special. The event will be held from June 4th to the 7th. So the very first weekend of June is what that sounds like. And via a press release, it was announced. Are you trying to say something? Oh, okay. During the 4-day event, Goonies fans can hear tales about filming from those who were there, bowl at Chunk's Bowling Alley, as seen in the film, and embark on their own adventure with an interactive scavenger hunt. Official memorabilia, including t-shirts, hats, glassware, and more, will be available at the event's headquarters, which will once again be at the Astoria Armory. Just don't go to Mikey and Brand's house. Because of all the disruptive fans and their litter and such, the owners are not welcoming to visitors. But bus tours will be available. Travel Oregon CEO Todd Davison stated, "The celebration is dedicated to the amazing Goonies fans and the special places where it was filmed. We hope this June's events will find Goonies lovers on location reliving one of the most beloved coming-of-age stories of the 1980s." Man, we should do a shenanigans night where we all watch Goonies together and then go to Astoria for the Goonies thing. It's just that it's in June, and we always are working on Fairy Blossom things on those weekends. I don't know, guys. It sounds so cool.
It would be fun.
I don't like fun.
I like Astoria
There's
though.
a pirate
It
ship
has-
involved.
I
Okay.
love the bridge that goes over the Columbia River. It is so like up and over.
You know,
Okay.
it's funny. I was driving around and I was discussing that bridge with somebody, which is basically if you make one wrong turn, you're stuck. Like if you're in Astoria and you make the wrong turn, or don't make the right turn, you get on that bridge and you're in a different state. You know, something like you're on this like 2-mile bridge and then you're in Washington.
No. And you have to turn around and go back.
For the longest time, all of the kids in the family were like, I've never been to Washington. I've never been to Washington. And we want to go up there. We want to go up there. And I was like, okay, we're on the other side of the bridge. Now we're going home. Haha.
You're an awful person.
I am not. They had been to Washington before. They were just so small they didn't remember it. We got on a ferry in Bellingham and went to Alaska. So they have been in Washington before.
Wait, you got on a ferry boat
Yes.
in Bellingham
Yes.
and went to Alaska?
Yes.
You can't count the layovers.
That sounds like a really long distance for a ferry boat, doesn't it?
It was a 3-day long ferry ride.
At least it was on a 4-hour cruise.
So where did people sleep? Did they sleep in their cars?
Ion.
Oh,
for the
no,
last
they had-
time,
they
it was
actually
a
had
3-hour
cabins.
cruise.
On the
Oh,
ferry.
3 hour.
wait.
3-hour cruise. Yes.
Tour.
Tour. Whatever.
Cruise.
3-hour tour. 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. Tiny ship was. Look what you guys have done.
I know, right? Anyway, I thought it was fun because the other one got sick and I was bouncing around the boat all happy.
I'm just going to remind everybody out there, please hit like and subscribe. Okay. Now, we are going to look at Leprechaun beer because I super want to look at Leprechaun beer. And then since it is after 9 o'clock, that will probably draw us to an end of the show. So let's look at Leprechaun beer.
Indeed. Let's look.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm going to find Leprechaun beer
It
first.
says Crichton and Leprechaun Living, right?
The beers.
The beer.
That sounded so bad. The beers.
The beers diamonds.
Hear you. Are you talking out
Okay.
there?
Here we go. Can of gold. Crichton Leprechaun inspires beer label. There it is. There's like it's like somebody's child drew this picture, and it's really cute. And it sort of looks, I mean, he's got a bowler, but
Close.
between Fat Tuesday and St. Patrick's Day, Parish Brewing Company will offer its Pilsner with a label featuring the Crichton Leprechaun. Let's see. I feel like we should find a way to get you one of these for memorabilia or something. The legend of Mobile's Crichton Leprechaun might not lead you to a pot of gold, but it's about to bring you a can of beer. Beer is gold sometimes.
Golden in color.
So is your
It's gold when it comes out too.
Oh my, Gunther!
What?
It's rented. when you do it.
you don't want to drink it warm though.
Oh, gross. Louisiana-based Parish Brewing Company. Parish Brewing owner Andrew Godley confirmed. I'm sorry. I tried to, after I said his name, my brain was inundated with Friar Tuck from Robin Hood. This is grain, which any fool can eat, but for which the Lord intended a more divine means of consumption. Let us give praise to his name and glory to his bounty, learning about beer. And his name is Andrew Godley. And so it went in my head. So, and I have shared it all with you, which makes it better. Confirmed Wednesday that a label shared on Facebook in Mobile is the real deal. The image shows a shamrock patterned beer can featuring a well-known witness sketch of the Crichton Leprechaun. That's the witness sketch.
That's an awkward lineup.
The police need to work with the sketch artist to get a better one. You know what I'm saying?
Like they clearly do not have a very good book or what do they call those sketch artists, right? Somebody took their eye off the leprechaun and that was the
Keep
end of
your
it.
eye on
Yeah.
us.
Okay, so the image, let's see. I want to know what the story is of the Crichton Leprechaun, though. Godley said it is a mock-up of a seasonal label that his company will begin putting on one of its beers for distribution between Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day. Just for your information, outside of Mobile, the Mobile leprechaun is still a big deal. It's a hilarious bit of pop culture folklore. Godley said the label is a fusion of two separate impulses. First off, Parrish likes to come up with seasonal labels for its relatively new Pilsner-style beer. Secondly, the Lafayette-based company sells a lot of beer in Lower Alabama, and Parrish is personally familiar with the region because he has long liked to vacation in Orange Beach surrounding the coastal areas. And thirdly, he loves that 2006 video. What?
Okay. Skip all this. Let's look up the Crichton Leprechaun.
He thinks it's one of the, I know, that's what I'm thinking. He thinks it's one of the best news reports ever filmed. He should, okay, hold on. I'm going to see if there's, according to a retrospective essay by anchor Scott Walker, Johnson, he was sent to look into reports of crowds gathering on a lot in Crichton. It emerged that somebody claimed to have seen something in a tree. Somebody said maybe it was a leprechaun. Other people came to look, and things snowballed from there into a block party atmosphere with bystanders vying to add new facets to the newborn tale. The WPMI crew played it straight, despite the obvious likelihood that people were playing to the camera for the sheer silly fun of it. National attention followed, and for better or worse, the Crichton leprechaun became a thing for which Mobile is known. The lumpy childlike sketch has also become another familiar local icon, regularly appearing on t-shirts and other merchandise well over a decade. Godley said Parrish is about to start packaging cans, bloody blah. Okay, time to look up the Crichton leprechaun, I think. Okay, so you have to give me a second. I have to consult all-knowing Google, right? And please let me look into my crystal Google.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
So you have to? Because
I want to share it once I find it, and it probably is not there. There it is, third on the list. So let's see what all-knowing Google has to tell us. What?
I was just laughing at it.
Oh.
The video came up right away, but you didn't click on it.
Oh, well, okay, next time. So here we go. We're going to look at this together. Count Morbid looks so riveted to this. It's like if it's not about you, it just doesn't matter. Count Morbid, is that how that works?
Yes.
Why did it take you so long to notice? The Crichton leprechaun, also the Mobile leprechaun from and the Alabama leprechaun.
An Alabama leprechaun is amazing.
Is a supposed sighting of a leprechaun in a tree in Crichton, a neighborhood of Mobile, Alabama. How do you say that? Mobile, Alabama? Mobile, Alabama. Following a 2006 news report at local NBC affiliate WPMI TV, the video was posted to YouTube on St. Patrick's Day 2016. Why does it have links to YouTube and St. Patrick's Day, but not the video on YouTube? Okay, anyway, let's see. And became one of the first YouTube viral videos, was referenced mainstream media, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Oh my gosh, is this just going to be all about I want you to read about the leprechaun, not about...
Well, then go to the YouTube thing. I don't know.
Wait, what's this? Wait, on March 14, 2006, local NBC affiliate WPMI TV was alerted to crowds gathering in Crichton and dispatched reporter Brian Johnson to investigate. Johnson had previously received numerous calls about possible leprechaun sightings and questions about it from friends at a barbershop and his church. Things sort of snowballed. When the crew arrived, anchor Scott Walker later recalled with multiple people claiming to have seen a leprechaun in a tree. Crichton resident Nina Thomas Brown submitted a crudely drawn sketch of the supposed leprechaun. Among those who were interviewed was a woman who opined that instead of a leprechaun, it could be a crackhead.
It could be a what now?
A crackhead in a tree. Another interviewee, DeMarco claimed Irish ancestry and showed off a special leprechaun flute that he claimed was thousands of years old. Now I want to see the special leprechaun flute. Morissette became known as the Flute Man due to his appearance in the report. I actually saw what was sketched on a paper, said Johnson at the time. Some people say it is a shadow from some tree branches being too close and that there is moss on the tree that could explain it. Certainly, I don't believe it's a leprechaun. That's just that leprechaun magic, obscuring people's ability to, properly see and believe. The piece was aired twice, once on the nightly newscast and again on the morning newscast. The version introduced by anchors Scott Walker and Nicole Patrick was the broadcast that went viral. Okay, so now let's see if we can find, is this the video?
No.
That's the sketch. Let's see.
I think if you go back, it'll show the videos up top there. See.
The Crichton, this one, the original. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna close this one, I guess. And what?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, you want YouTube in.
Two minutes.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
A leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. DC-15's Brian Johnson is one.
It seems incredulous.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bring binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures. To me, it looks like a leprechaun to me. I gotta do look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
Oh my God.
The leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
Wow.
There is a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Don't be afraid, man.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars all spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute. This has been passed
Oh,
down
cool.
thousands of
Wait,
years
look
ago
at
from
that. Pause. That's the special leprechaun flute.
It's thousands of years old, and it comes from his Irish heritage. That's what he just said.
I really want a leprechaun flute now.
That comes from your Irish heritage?
I'm gonna say that looks more like a silencer than a leprechaun flute. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go.
great-great-grandfather who's Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold is. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
That's the guy.
NBC 15 News.
Anything for a pot of gold.
That's gonna be my new catchphrase: is "Give me the gold, I want the gold."
I got a really good look at it. Got that good drawing of
Who did that? I want to know who sketched that.
I don't know. Maybe Brian's that was a good story.
That is awesome. And I now want an authentic replica of the leprechaun flute.
I think it's one of those things where everyone says, I saw the leprechaun, I saw the leprechaun, I saw the, so that everyone goes, oh, it's just a silly thing. There's no actual leprechaun.
Wow.
Best way to hide.
What? How dare you?
Well,
I
yeah,
have that
it's a
cat.
version. Like,
I mean, it could have been a crackhead
I'm
in a
looking at the
tree.
cat.
well, if nobody actually knows, was there really a crackhead at all?
I don't know. Maybe that's
I
the
think
name of the
crackheads are mythical.
Cracklehead.
I don't know. Okay, you guys, it is 9:23. I would like to repeat for everybody out there, please smash the like and subscribe button for us if you are out there watching tonight. Also, remember that we now have 3 magical items that can help you level yourself up at various upcoming FAE events. They are the Codex Arcania, the Dice of the Din, and the Bifrost Crystal. And all of those are going to be up in the fairy market for you to be able to purchase. If you are one of our enchanted patrons, you can use your Patreon discount. And otherwise, what?
I said
You can use your dross to cash your dross in also for discounts there. So just to let you guys know, those are going to be out there. And will you stop pumping all of my things?
The cat did it.
No, it's not. He's worse than a cat. He's over here knocking everything on the floor. So
Do you need a broom to thwack?
yes, actually that's a very cool broom, and I would like to have that broom.
Okay, listen, first off, that's just an old rider.
Actually, I have noticed that. Hey, Fairy Princess Lolly, look, I have a cool thing. Fairy Princess Lolly is like, look, now I have a cool thing, and I'm like, darn it.
I don't know at all what you could possibly be talking about. That doesn't happen.
Yoink.
No, it doesn't. I mean, really, the last time that happened, you were like, "Oh, would you like this bag of pine cones so that you can use them to make Balefire pine cones at Fairy Blossom Festival?" And I said, "Yes, that sounds fantastic." And then what you actually gave me was an enormous bag of bags, and so I have so many pine cones.
I hope you like the smell of cinnamon.
Everything smells like cinnamon in that area of the castle. Everything.
By the way, Ion saw me load the bag.
Didn't he help?
Yeah, he helped.
Wait, what was he going to do?
She did say yes, so I guess she wants them.
I mean, well played, Count Morbid, but you know what? You've got it coming now.
Sorry, new magic mirror. Who dis?
Oh dear.
Okay, can I go now?
Yes, you can go now. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will be back not next Wednesday, but probably next Thursday, because as it turns out, next Wednesday, I believe I have the opera to go to that evening. So we are going to have to move the FAE Council meeting to the next day. So we will be seeing you then, and hopefully we'll have some Dreamhaven updates for places we are going to try to see over the weekend. So, all right. Yes, good night, everybody.
Thanks,
have a good
everybody.
one. Thanks for joining us. Remember, like and subscribe. Show us your love.
Go to the FAE
Yes.
market to get the thing.
No love.
Join the Patreon.
Yes,
No love.
join the Patreon and you get
Okay.
stuff.
Goodbye.
A bundle of goofy gifts.
Yes.
Ooh.